Yep. Welcome to the Big O Money Show. Bill Altman here from the Premier Advisory Group. The studios on 120th and Stonegate between Blondo and Maple here in the Big O. Got Andrew Galvin. We have Tony Shore. We are jam-packed with great info today. What's going on, guys?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Well, busy. I'll tell you that. There's so
Not
much.
a lot.
There's so
Not
much
a
going
lot,
on.
Andrew.
Andrew says not a lot. I thought you guys were busier than ever. You've got a big parking lot party. You've got seminars. Andrew's over here with not a lot. Holy cow.
No. We've got a lot going on.
I'm going to pile it on you. I think you should get to work with Andrew and have some twins or triplets or something if you're not that busy. We got to get it going, huh?
No. We were out last night at a board meeting down in Springfield.
Whoa.
We didn't get home till about 9:30.
Jeez, that's way past my bedtime.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, at least you're following the proper Kaiser order, is what he would say here on this wonderful Sunday morning and 1110 KFAB. Right. And we're having fun here at the Torch. Just dropped Michaela off at Tennessee, got back. So last week we talked about I was down there and now I'm back. She's there. School starts tomorrow, Monday. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
She's a college student, sorority, college, moved into the dorm, the roommate, getting a lot of friends. She's like a little social butterfly down there.
Is she?
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Wow.
The Jeep's here. She left her Jeep here because she didn't get a parking pass. So what did I immediately do? I took all the ducks off the dash and I took the top off, baby.
Awesome.
That's how we're doing it.
As the good Lord intended.
As the good Lord intended. Yeah. Yeah. But I miss her. And it was her birthday this past Thursday, actually, the 14th, Tony.
Yep.
Yep. So it's her birthday, her 18th birthday.
Wow.
So,
18 already.
She's a youngin'. Yeah. She's a youngin' for her grade.
But I remember when she was just little.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I miss her already. So
I bet you do. That's tough.
Grace is taking over the house already and ruling the roost. She's junior in high school, Grace Altman. Golf season, golf tryouts, golf season firing up right now.
She's into the Grace golfs, huh?
Grace golfs, yeah, varsity golf. She's varsity golf freshman, sophomore, and now junior year. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. That's great.
Yeah, she can beat good old daddy. That doesn't say much, but
well, yeah. Low bar, Bill, or
Well, people are like, you live on a golf course, you must golf all the time. Yeah, like twice a year, but yeah, real cool. No, I'd rather pull wheelies on the dirt bikes, but I don't do that either. Actually,
sure. I like driving the golf balls off your back deck.
I bet you
onto
do.
The course. That's what I do when I come over.
Right through the glass railing, huh?
Yeah. Like what?
Typically, they come from the other direction, but
yeah.
Yeah.
You put a glass railing up and you're on the course. Ever had a ball hit that glass?
We have had a ball hit and go through the glass. And funny story is we do have security cameras around the compound.
Oh.
And so we actually was able to kind of pinpoint when that ball came in. So the nice thing about being on the course and being a member at that course is we get to see the tee sheet as well.
Okay.
Sure,
so I see where you're going.
Shows who's on it.
Hey, I was night putting. I was out doing a little night golfing, some night putting.
Oh yeah, so we were kind of like, okay, so it came in around this time. We heard it actually, and it was like a large explosion because it went through this tempered glass. This is glass that's not supposed to break. You have to be coming in real hot.
Yeah.
And where this ball came in, you got to have a really, really bad shot. I mean, you are not a good golfer to be able to hit this window.
Like facing the wrong direction.
Well, it's one of those deals, Tony, where you're like, can you please just turn left? I find your balls all the time in my yard. Just turn left so you don't hit it right.
Yeah.
I can fix this. Don't pretend that you're going to be better because you're never going to be better. You're always you're going to be a terrible golfer.
Yeah. I sliced to the right every time, but it wasn't me, Bill. I swear.
No. I know it wasn't because I know who it was. So anyway, we saw the ball come in, time stamped like 9:15 a.m. The ball is sitting on our deck still. So it hit the glass and it's still sitting there. And the guy has his name on it. On the ball.
It gets better and better. I was going to say take it in and have it printed, but you don't need to.
So I'm like, this could be anything, but it was a brand new one. And so anyway, I pull up the tee sheet and I'm like, okay, at 9:15, that's when it hit. And sure enough, there he was, right on that. He was right on the tee sheet, number 2 golfer or whatever he was, and I'm sure his handicap said he was really good, but clearly not. So anyway, I called up to the shop, and I think the rule is if the course was there before the house, then the homeowner is responsible.
Right.
Right. But I want maybe just like an apology, just more of just a human gesture of, sorry, you don't have to pay for my glass. I would like you to. It's the right thing to do. Actually.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But
at that point, he should offer to pay for it.
Yeah. Right. Or since it's tempered glass, it breaks in 14 million pieces. And so it was all on our deck is up off the ground, so it's like a second level deal or whatever. And so the glass was everywhere down on the patio. It took forever to clean up. And it's like, you don't have to pay for the glass. Heck, you don't even have to tell me sorry, but can you help me clean up? So regardless, call the club. And I say, hey, Greg, we got a man off the range here. And this is what happened. He's like, oh, well, let me call out, Bill. We'll see, Get a call back. Yeah, he said it wasn't his. I'm like, well, Greg, let me come and drop the ball off. At least you can do for him is just give him his ball back, But it was clearly him. It's on camera and it's his ball. So, But if he doesn't want to own up to it and act like he's 11 years old, whatever, I don't care. So anyway, that's the story behind the glass. Only one time in all the years we've lived there.
Oh, but the guy never owned up to it?
No, he denied it.
Oh my gosh.
And indeed, I did take that ball up to the course. I said, can you hand this back to so-and-so?
Did you you could have just brought the ball into work. I know the name on it was Bill Kaiser.
No, it was actually Dr. Bill Kaiser.
Bill Kaiser.
Yeah.
He's right there in your office. We've had him on the show. You should have just talked to him in person.
No, he's a better golfer. He's a better golfer than that.
Yeah.
Well, they don't let him on our course either. So.
No, he can't get in there.
No riffraff on there.
No,
the riffraff.
Yeah.
No, he's probably playing it in a more elite place, actually.
Yes,
we're
Kaiser. Yeah,
he's
we're
not
definitely
gonna slum it out there.
Yeah, we're more of like a slump buster course. It's called.
Yeah. Whereas you can find me, unless your house is on a mini golf course, you won't find one of my balls coming through there.
No, good.
Yeah. All right.
So we have a parking lot party coming up, right?
Yes,
we do. We have a parking lot party coming up on the 21st. This is a week from last Thursday. I mean, this thing is coming up in a few days. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna have a band. We're gonna have food, brisket, all the potato salads and macaroni salads and you name it, we're gonna have it, Tony.
Are you still on the brisket duty there, Bill?
I'm smoking all the brisket.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, we're talking hundreds of pounds, Tony.
Wow.
Oh, we're really doing it.
Yeah.
And so Danielle thinks Danielle's my wife. She thinks I should be catering it in, but I think that's for the week. And so we're just gonna really do it. Yeah, wow. I might recruit Andrew and Jake. I don't know. Yeah, maybe even Bill Kaiser if we can get him into the neighborhood. Get him past security.
You're not gonna get Kaiser to do any manual labor, are you? I mean, that's
well, come on,
It's
not get out of hand.
Yeah, you can't expect too much, but
this is also Billy's retirement party. Not to
Billy.
Yeah, who's
been your long-time admin receptionist. She's great. We're gonna miss Billy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, she was my guardian. She's the doorkeeper. She's the gatekeeper. She's one. She's awesome. Fantastic. Worked
she's been
fabulous career. And now she's going to be hanging out and rocking and rolling and really rocking and roll. That's what she does. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a good time. So again, if you haven't registered for that, you can still do it. Register, the deadline has closed, but you'd say Bill Altman has said that it's okay. And then you say, because I heard it on the radio.
Yep.
Yeah.
So give us a call right here, 402-557-6730. Again, right here in Omaha, 557-6730. If you want to come to the greatest show on dirt or a parking lot on asphalt, come to our party. It's going to be a good time. And then we also, Tony,
you have some seminars coming up, right?
Lord have mercy. So for people that don't know, or you're newer to the show, we've been running retirement workshops and financial workshops for 20 years or so. I mean, these go back.
Yeah.
And so now, and COVID kind of, kind of shut them down. We went all the way up until the last minute on COVID, really, before, I mean, our last seminar pre-COVID, and it was actually at COVID time, I think it was like April or something of 2020, was at Anthony's, which is now closed down. Right.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah. And they're a great steak restaurant forever, but some of those family-owned steak restaurants, it's just hard to compete. And they have these massive, like 50,000 foot buildings.
I remember that place. That's amazing. Yeah.
Good stuff. So it was our last, I remember it's our last night there. It was still very well attended. And then the world shut down. Right. And it was kind of wild and eerie. Everybody remembers that the end of the world was coming. Remember, Jesus was coming and everything back. And and no cars.
Andrew was coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I meant Jesus. I'm sorry. I get
Kaiser. Yeah. Father Kaiser. So, but regardless, things did come back to normal. Amazingly, right? And Omaha was very resilient, and other places were resilient, and other places were not so resilient. It was kind of just depending. A lot of politics involved, and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Markets got hammered. Markets came back. Markets are roaring now. We have all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And people started requesting, when are you going to do those events again? When are you going to do those events? So we've done multiple nonprofit style events, which have been great. We've done them for colleges. We've done them for different workplaces as well. So not only nonprofit, but for-profit, where they would actually request us to come in to their place of business and give multiple sessions. So we were talking, and we're very referral based here. So most of our business really comes from our clients, which is fantastic. We love that. And of course, our listeners call in too from the show or from our different ads that we run. But we said, we have so many things going on. We have the big, beautiful bill that's out. We have to talk about that. We have PPI and CPI, which Andrew's going to talk about, that's going up and down, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. Right. And we have markets are roaring, but we also have people that are retiring, right? People still always retire. It's amazing. And the amount of people going through retirement is just staggering. The credit card, I was listening to Rosie and Gary talk on the way back, actually, from Tennessee. On their morning show, and I think it was Tuesday morning. It was Tuesday morning of this past week, and they were talking about how credit card bills or credit card debt and student loan debt are just ballooning out of control, right?
Yeah, so astronomically, they're up astronomically the last couple of years, and credit card debt is at an all-time high. I mean,
and we're starting to see banks kind of pull back in on the financing. So even if you had a really good credit score, and you pay all your bills on time, but you still do have a few car loans or something out there. The banks are like, well, it's a little bit too much for us to find another bank. We'll do your two, but if you want another couple car loans, then, you want to be really careful on that. And the goal getting into retirement or approaching retirement is to try to get as debt-free as possible. Obviously, the earlier, the better. If you could be debt-free immediately and follow, like Rosie was saying, he likes to follow like the whole Dave Ramsey approach and live within a budget and live within your means and don't have any debt at all. I do believe that there is still good debt, but if you don't have to have debt, then obviously don't, right? Be your own bank. Yeah. And I'm not saying be your own bank using whole life insurance and the universal life insurance. We're not really huge on that, to be honest with you. There's too many moving parts, too many triggers that insurance companies can move. So we're a little timid, but again, we're a little different than other people too. Some people are the opposite and they say, hey, you worry way too much about that. But what we do worry about, Andrew, is we worry about our clients' portfolios. We worry about our clients' future income. That we worry about their guaranteed income. We worry about their retirement because that's our job.
Exactly.
Period.
Yep.
So coming back into seminars and coming back into giving these financial workshops, our first set is going to be at Farmer Brown's. We're doing 3 months in a row. We're doing a total of 6 nights. We will go to overflow nights. So if those nights book up, because we only have a certain amount of capacity at each one, we're only talking like 25 people at each one of these guys.
Yep.
So we will book out, and we'll have overflow dates, and we'll book those overflow dates.
They fill up. There's no charge. There's no obligation, and it's very educational, but you do have to reserve a spot. You can't just show up. So how do our listeners and viewers out there, Bill, do that? How can they get into one of these? Because it's very educational. Learn how to have a financial plan, a retirement plan.
Yeah, one of two ways. So first, you can go to our website at bigomoney.com and actually see those events there and register for an event right on that site, bigomoney.com. Or you can always call. I love the old school calling. The emails, I'm not good at emails. So if I don't return your email, gosh, I'm so sorry. It's just me. I'm not good at it. Okay. I was dropped as a baby, and it's just is what it is.
That's not
right?
true. That's not.
But the 23rd, Tuesday, September 23rd, and Thursday, September 25th. So September 23rd and September 25th, both at 6 p.m. These are at Farmer Brown's out in Waterloo. Yeah. The following month, we're down at Casio's, good old Alfie Casio and family. We've done them a million times there. We've done them a million times over at Farmer Brown's, both fabulous places. Our goal is to support our local businesses, and those are local businesses and great people.
Yeah.
And we're hitting one side of the city, and then we're hitting another side of the city. And so we love all sides of the city. But back to the how to get a hold of us, bigomoney.com, or our phone number is a great place just to direct register, 402-557-6730, 557-6730, right here in the Big O. So register September 23rd, September 25th. So I'll just read off a few. Andrew, I've talked enough. Okay, here, read off a few of those bad boys.
All right. Yeah. So kind of what we're going to be going over, Tony, Bill, how will taxes, inflation, market volatility affect the retirement portfolio? We're going to talk about that one big, beautiful bill. And Bill, I think you and Tony had actually a show about that. So there's going to be some stuff there. Social Security changes, interest rate outlook, how we navigate the actual market volatility with regard to our portfolios, and then some Secure Act 2.0 and RMD changes, which is perfect because I still to this day get people saying, wasn't RMD age 70 and a half?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hasn't been that for a long time. So,
I mean, we'll even, heck, you're 59 and a half. And it's not because you're uneducated or ignorant about it.
No.
It's just because it's not your job.
And it changes every time they pass a bill. It's crazy. Yep. And you guys stay on top of this stuff for your clients and for the people you work with and meet with, and you can do it for our listeners. That's why we talk about it on the show. But these seminars are very educational. I would encourage everybody to attend.
And good steak.
And you get good steak. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love it whenever Bill's buying, I'm there. I mean, if Bill's going to buy me, I love that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, you'll have choice of steak or chicken. And if you're a vegetarian or you need some dietary restriction, a situation like that, then we can accommodate as well. And so, yeah, so just a good time. We don't prolong it. It's not a sales event. We're not there trying to sit there and pitch you and hold you hostage or anything like that. If you haven't been to one of our events before, this is the time that you really want to go. There's a lot of information. There are a lot of changes. The markets are doing great, but I always remind people they ebb and flow. Oh. And our job as advisors is to level out the peaks and valleys, not only in your portfolio, if we can, but also within your own lives and your own retirement and your afterlife. Peaks and valleys could come up with a probate situation. Andrew, your wife, Andrea, is an attorney who specializes in that estate planning side. Yep. Probate's a messy business.
Yes.
And even if you have a large estate or a small estate, it's a messy business. Yeah. It takes time, it takes money, it takes attorneys, and attorneys, they're not nonprofit. They charge, right? And courts charge, everybody charges. Yep. We can avoid all of that by making sure we implement the right plan. And the right plan doesn't have to be some crazy, sophisticated plan that people think is only for the net worth or the high net worth.
I think the best plan, Bill, is knowing that you've got somebody in your corner to do their due diligence to watch out for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what we do. That's our job. You have somebody that's right there for you, looking out for you every step of the way. When it comes to your income planning, your estate planning, your tax planning, your financial planning, your investments, selling real estate, buying real estate. Danielle handles that. I mean, I don't think within the whole financial realm of the universe, we don't do, we do everything, right? We do it all.
Yeah.
Right. And again, we don't get into, and now when I say that, we don't get into, I'm going to call it goofy investments. We don't get into those like private placements where you can't get back out of them or certain things like that. We clear through Schwab. So all of our investment clients, and I'm not going to say some of them or most of them, all of our investment clients that have money under management with us, we clear through Schwab.
Yep.
Okay. And so, and we like using a company like that. They're rigid, they're strict, they're big, they have great systems in place. That's not always friendly for us on the backside, but luckily that's why we hired Jake, right? Because Jake gets to take the unfriendly type of like computer share, CompuShare, EQ, these direct registration companies where you used to have a certificate of stock and then it became electronic and became direct registration. If you have some of that or your parents have some of that, it's probably a good idea at least to talk to somebody about making sure it's set up properly to pass properly, because the most common thing is the ownership's not titled correctly, beneficiaries aren't titled correctly.
Nope.
And and it's no fault of them. And I don't think they're sitting there trying to hold your money, because I don't think they're really making much on it. It's not like they're managing their money and making a management fee on it. And their job is to hold that money. That's the task they are given. So when it comes to withdrawals and requests and distributions, or when it comes to death, probate, situations like that, and even if it's husband passes away, wife's still living and it was in husband's name, it's still a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Right. And so we want to try to, if we can get everything kind of really pushed into one particular place, and again, not all eggs in one basket, but where we know everything is going to pass the right way, we can take distributions properly and efficiently and tax efficiently. That's where we're going.
Yep.
Andrew, we have some CPI and PPI numbers.
Yes. Yeah. They came out earlier this week. A little bit of a mixed bag, but I think we're kind of in that environment. And I think, we've continued to see that this year. And even with the mixed bag or the market environment that we're in, I mean, like you said, markets have continued to perform. Companies have continued to post strong earnings. So consumer price index increased 0.2% in July. If you look at the food and energy included in that, it was 0.3. So fairly muted, I would say, overall. But then Thursday morning, we had producer price index that came out. That one came back a little bit higher than I think the estimates were pointing at. It was 0.9% in July over the estimate of 0.2.
Okay.
And if you strip out some of the more volatile stuff from that, food, energy, it was 0.6.
Okay.
So more muted than the 0.9.
Right. Yeah. So we're kind of seeing that hold steady a little bit. We saw a little bit come down. We saw a little bit go up.
Yep.
And the analysts are saying about a 90% probability that the Fed will hike lower rates, not hike rates, excuse me, which is always kind of a stimulant to the market potentially. But who knows what's going to happen? We know President Trump wants rates to lower
to come down.
It also lowers our national debt payments too. So not only does it lower everybody else's payments, but lowers our national debt. But again, it's a touch and go on that.
Yeah.
But we are watching it very closely. Again, a balanced portfolio, good income planning, just a very well-rounded, holistic plan for everybody, to include the tax, the estate planning, the income planning, the financial, the right investments, the right mix for you, right? The right mix for you, not one size fits all.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
exactly. Well, that's huge. And so it's interesting to see the S&P hit record highs this past week. But again, it's only a snapshot. And anytime that happens, we've seen corrections later on. Might not be until early next year, but you never know what's going to spur more market volatility. So you have to be prepared for that.
That's exactly right, Tony. Appreciate it so much. And you're seeing I'm wearing a hat. Miss my baby girl, Michaela. So I got the Tennessee Vols, Gold Vols hat. I'm a Auburn Tiger. I'm a Vol. I'm a Creighton Blue Jay. I'm a Nebraska Husker. I'm an Arizona Wildcat. Tony, I got it all. I mean, we're just really doing it around here. We don't discriminate. So give us a call, 402-557-6730, right here in the Big O, 402-557-6730, or bigomoney.com.
All right. Thanks, guys. Andrew and Bill, that does it for today's episode of the Big O Money Show.